What are you just doing there?
Don't know, it's a funny face, isn't it?
Coogan Cassius, IFL TV, Liverpool Hilton Hotel for the MERSEY press conference. Head of the show on March the 15th at the Echo Arena. Alright?
Oh, mate.
Spoke to you for about 40 minutes the other day. This one's going to seem a bit like...
No, listen, what I've got to say. Great show. Tickets are absolutely flying. I think we're going to have 11,000 full sellout. I can't remember the last time that happened. Far away.
Do you know when you said in the press conference, oh, I don't know why we bothered having a press conference because all the tickets are sold?
I was only joking.
You shouldn't really say that.
No, I was only joking.
And you shouldn't really plug your other businesses in the middle of the boxing.
No, because I'm not plugging the other business. I'm plugging the fact that we're in the city this week, in Thursday, for the launch and the start of Premier League darts. Sold out as well, by the way. No, it was just a tongue-in-cheek comment. No. Normally you hold press conferences because I've got to sell the tickets, but VIPs have all gone. Ringsides are nearly gone, 60s are nearly gone. We've only got 30s and 40s left. Okay. Pretty much so.
Tony Bellew, just had a long chat with him actually.
How'd you get on?
Yeah, he's right.
What about his new quiff?
He talks about that at the start.
I like it.
Yeah, the start. He talks about it at the start. First fight at cruiserweight. Looks like you've got your eye on trying to make a big fight with him and Nathan Cleverly at some point.
I just think that's a great fight. I mean, you know, I want Tony to make as much money as possible, which could come in the form of that fight. Ultimately, the goal is to fight for the world title again. But you know, if he can fight Cleverly on the way, that would be fantastic. But you know, the great thing about this division is all the champions are very accessible, but they're also very good. So it's a tough division, but Brudov is the perfect yardstick to find out how close we are, how he adapts to the new weight, and I think it's going to be a fascinating fight.
All three, there's another one, but three of the Smith brothers are on this bill as well. Talk about Paul Smith, he looks to set to fight Tobias Webb. Yeah,
we've made an application to the board, so as always, fight's subject to the board's approval. I think it's a decent little fight for him. The last one at the Lonsdale belt, Tobias Webb is young, he's hungry. Paul Smith should be too good, but I think he'll be game and cause him a few problems. Callum Smith came back from a hand operation, voted one of the top best prospects in the world by the Ring magazine. And Stephen Smith in a real career-defining fight against Fernando Saucedo for the WBC silver title, eliminator for the world title, biggest fight of his career by a mile. Listen, this is the quiff I was talking about.
Forget the quiff, it's not a patch on that quiff. We're trying to sort out
here. Are you trying to be like him?
We're going to sort out here.
He wants a money talk.
Don't annoy me. Listen, we're going for a chat. And this chat does not involve you.
He's breaking my ribs as he's saying it. You know what I mean? He's like, we're going
for a talk, and you are going to tell. We're going to discuss terms here.
Because I'm not happy about this conversation.
I have the best talks with Ed. Everything just goes really smooth. But we're going to talk about now where we're going to eat. So where are we going to eat?
Nando's?
No, we're not going to eat.
Do you know what? He had a pop
downstairs.
He just had a pop with me for not coming to Canada.
He said to me, that's a white man's haircut, he said to me. Does he not?
That was off camera.
It doesn't matter if it's off camera.
It's on camera now, isn't
it? It's not racist, is it?
Well, what? So white people should have certain haircuts?
Yeah, that's what he's saying, isn't he, basically? But
bad form,
let me finish. I also said to him, but I've got the same haircut as you, so this is a bit weird now because this is a bit weird because what are you? I'm half and half. I'm like
I don't know what I am.
I'm like a fried rice, boiled rice. I know what I am. You're just a mixed up individual. That's what I believe you are.
Wow.
You're confused, Coogan. You are confused.
From a race perspective or a sexuality perspective?
Every single perspective of life. I mean, what kind of man comes around with a beard and a haircut like that? He looks like a Yeti with a baseball top on.
I know, that's a rascal.
I'm out.
Right, I'll see you in 5 minutes. Got to talk money, you see. It's always interesting to have a money chat with Bellew.
You go have a money chat with Bellew. I forgot where we were now. Who's the other Smith brother? Stephen Smith.
So yeah, like I said, Fernando Saucedo, it's a massive fight for him. To go and challenge for that WBC world title, so big fight.
Do you know what I really like? Really underrated as well, I think.
Rocky?
Yeah. I really rate him. I don't think he gets the props he deserves.
No, he probably doesn't. I mean, he's not the most forthcoming individual. You know, he's quite shy. I mean, you know, I think once you get it out of him, he speaks much better than he does.
He doesn't stop talking.
But I think Rocky's a top fighter. I mean, look, he demolished Luke Blackledge in a round. And I think he's going to go on for big things, and I'm not being funny. He'll sell 1,000 tickets for this fight with Dodson. He's a massive ticket seller, so you're probably right. I think sometimes he doesn't get the attention he deserves, and that's something we've got to work on as well. But I think that generally that's because he's quite shy, and you know he's not I've got other fighters saying to me, get me on this, get me on this, get me on this, and Rocky's sort of like just happy to do his thing. But as we grow him, we need to grow his profile as well.
Did you have the option at all at any stage to make Fielding and Smith?
Not really, because it's a timing issue. I mean, we've only just started working with Paul. Rocky Dodson fight was made a while ago. It's one that was supposed to happen last year. So, and I feel that's a great fight for both fighters, a great fight for the city as well. That fight, Dodson Smith, could happen in time. But right now, it'd be Dodson against Rocky.
Kell Brook, obviously we know what kind of fight this is for Kell. Yeah. To keep him ticking over between now and this fight with...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, the Porter fight is the focus, but this is like an elongated training camp for Kell Brook with a fight in the middle. You know, he needs these long camps, and ultimately, you know, the fight against Porter is where we're going to be by the end of June. If Amir Khan doesn't get the Mayweather fight, we're happy to take that fight. That's the one fight he'd take to bypass the world title. But I think he will fight Mayweather, but there's a huge pot of money for Amir if he wants to fight Kell.
Alright, listen, just quickly, can you give us a Brian Rose update?
Brian Rose, we've agreed terms with Demetrius Andrade for Brian Rose to fight for the WBO light middleweight title. Full details will be announced probably this week. It will be in America. It will be on HBO. And we'll give further details of the date in the very near future.
Okay. And also, this drama that is Frotch and Groves.
Still going. I think they might call for purse bids today or tomorrow, and then you've got 28 days.
I thought you didn't want to let it get to this stage.
No, but
nothing's been done.
I mean, it's, you know, if we're not able to do a deal, it will go to final purse bids. But we've now got, I think, 28 days. Jeans in like a blazer or something like that. What do you mean I haven't got a blazer?
A blazer?
Something reasonably smart. Not your Smith Brothers tracksuit. Right. You should see the crumpet down there, mate. It's unbelievable. Okay, alright. Okay, alright.
Everyone wants you.
Okay, what are we talking about? Frotch, yeah, listen, if it goes to bids, it goes to bids, but we'll have like 28 days. See you later, mate.
See you later.
To still do a deal. I'm still hopeful we can do a deal, but if we don't, it'll go to purse bids.
What about George going to the Boxing Board of Control to try and get his own?
I don't think that's helping, but I mean, he'll do what he wants to
do.
Will
that happen? Can that happen?
No. Well, I don't know. The board are backing the decision, so it seems like a waste of time for me, but, you know.
Alright, well, just keep us updated. Just get the fucking fight done.
I'm trying. It's getting a little bit boring now.
It is actually, do you know that?
It's getting annoying, but listen.
It's so boring, but
once we get it done, hopefully we'll have some fun.
You chucked Golovkin in the mix the other day and people were like...
Well, but that's, you know, if we can't get the fight made, then, you know, we'll see.
Alright, Kugan Cassius, Eddie Hearn, IFL TV, thank you very much.